This drone captured something extremely shocking deep beneath the Antarctic. What was hidden beneath layers of ice revealed secrets that left scientists and researchers completely perplexed. Get ready to discover surprising revelations about the most mysterious continent on the planet. Curious? Join us and let's go. Number 20. The rectangular ice giant. In 2018, NASA scientists had an unexpected encounter that shook the scientific community. During a reconnaissance flight over Antarctica, they spotted a perfectly rectangular iceberg, so symmetrical that it looked as if it had been cut by human hands. With sharp edges at 90-degree angles and a flat surface like a billiard table, the block of ice was floating majestically near the Larsen Sea ice shelf. Even more impressive was the sheer size of the icy monolith, nearly a mile long and tall enough to rival a 10-story building. Experts were intrigued by its almost otherworldly geometric shape, leading to intense debate about the natural processes that could create such precise structures in the harshest environment on Earth. Number 19. The phenomenon of blood waterfalls. In East Antarctica, a shocking natural spectacle turns the white ice into bright red. The blood falls, as it has become known, gushes reddish water that freezes when it hits the frigid air. Scientists have discovered that this color comes from an underground lake rich in iron that has been isolated for thousands of years. What is most fascinating is that in this extreme environment, completely devoid of light and with a high salt content, a community of microbes thrives, adapting to conditions that would be lethal to most known life forms. Number 18. The Martian meteorite. In the Allen Hills region, scientists had a real eureka moment. They had found a space rock that had come straight from Mars. But it wasn't just any rock. This meteorite is 4.25 pounds of pure history, with some 4 billion years behind it. What's even more incredible is that when they took a closer look at it in 1996, they found something that left everyone speechless. Possible microscopic fossils of bacteria. It's like we'd found a letter from Mars saying, hey, maybe we're not alone in the universe. I have a question for you. First, I'd like to tell you that it's possible to keep up with the biggest curiosities of our world every day. But for that, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So have you subscribed yet? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Now that you've done that, let's go. Number 17. The Lost City Beneath the Ice. Recent satellite images have revealed intriguing patterns beneath Antarctic ice sheets, suggesting the presence of buried man-made structures. Scientists have detected regular geometric shapes that resemble streets, buildings, and plazas, an urban complex frozen in time. The structures, located more than 2 kilometers below the surface, cover an area equivalent to Manhattan. Preliminary analyses indicate that these structures may be more than 12,000 years old, a period when Antarctica was not yet completely covered by ice. The architectural patterns found do not correspond to any known civilization, further increasing the mystery of who built them. Number 16. McMurdo Dry Valley. In the middle of the coldest continent on the planet, there is a valley where it has not snowed for millions of years. McMurdo Dry Valley is one of the most extreme places on Earth, combining glacial temperatures with desert conditions. Katabatic winds, which can reach 200 miles per hour, have swept away all the ice in the region, exposing a terrain that looks more like Mars than our own. NASA uses this area to test equipment for Martian exploration, because the conditions are so extreme that only microscopic life forms can survive. Number 15. The organism 46b. In Lake Vostok, one of the largest subglacial lakes in Antarctica, Russian scientists have stumbled upon something that no one expected to find. A giant creature named Organism 46b has made everyone rethink what we know about life in extreme conditions. Just imagine a super octopus with 14 tentacles and 10 meters long, bigger than a van, but the scariest thing about it is not its size. This creature has developed a unique ability to release toxins into the water around it. The most incredible thing is that it has lived isolated for millions of years in an environment that should be completely hostile to complex life. It is as if nature has created its own secret laboratory under the ice. Number 14. The discovery of Endurance. In 2022, one of the greatest marine archaeological discoveries was made in the depths of the Weddell Sea. The ship Endurance, missing for over 100 years, was found 3,000 meters underwater in a remarkable state of preservation. The extreme cold and the absence of organisms that normally decay wood kept the ship virtually intact, with its masts still standing and the name still clearly visible on the hull. This discovery not only proved the accuracy of the historical records of Shackleton's expedition, but also revealed how the unique environment of Antarctica can preserve secrets for centuries. Number 13. The frozen rainforest. In 2020, researchers made a discovery that changed our understanding of Antarctica's past. Sediment samples revealed evidence of an ancient rainforest that existed 90 million years ago. Soil analysis revealed pollen, spores, and fossilized roots of vegetation typical of a warm, humid climate. Average temperatures at that time reached 20 degrees Celsius, and the continent was covered in conifers and giant ferns. This discovery proves that Antarctica was not always the icy continent we know today. Number 12. The hidden volcanoes. A network of active volcanoes has been discovered beneath the West Antarctic ice sheet. The largest of these, as tall as Mount Rainier, remained hidden until advanced radar technology penetrated the ice. These volcanoes are not dormant. Evidence shows constant geothermal activity, creating caves and tunnels in the ice. Volcanic heat melts the ice beneath, forming a complex network of underground rivers and lakes that could affect the stability of the entire continent's ice sheet. Number 11. The golden worm of the deep. In the icy depths of the Southern Ocean, scientists have discovered a creature that looks like something out of a science fiction movie. The Antarctic scale worm, at an impressive 20 centimeters long, shines like polished gold beneath the dark waters. Its body is covered in scales that reflect light, creating a dazzling metallic appearance. Living at depths of more than 500 meters, this predator has perfectly adapted to the extreme conditions of the polar ocean, developing unique characteristics that allow it to survive in intense pressures and near-freezing temperatures. Number 10. The mysterious pyramids. Drone footage of Antarctica has revealed something that has left experts speechless. A series of pyramid-shaped structures emerging from the ice defy conventional explanations. These perfectly aligned geometric formations suggest a pattern that could hardly be natural. As tall as 3-story buildings, these ice pyramids display precise angles and regular faces. Most intriguingly, satellites have confirmed the existence of a network of these structures, distributed in a pattern reminiscent of ancient cities. An expedition scheduled for 2025 aims to investigate these enigmatic formations up close. Number 9. The mysterious tunnels of Amundsen Scott Base. Beneath the Amundsen Scott Ice Station, a complex network of ice tunnels has intrigued researchers since 1956. These passages, which extend for miles beneath the surface, exhibit characteristics that defy conventional scientific explanations. At temperatures as low as 60 degrees Celsius, these formations maintain an inexplicable structural stability. Researchers have described geometric patterns in the walls and joints that appear to follow a specific design, fueling theories about their possible artificial origins. Number 8. The Lost Fountain of Lost Hammer. A surprising discovery in the Arctic has revealed a spring that replicates conditions similar to those on Mars. The Lost Hammer Spring, with its hypersaline waters and sub-zero temperatures, is home to life forms that challenge our understanding of the limits of survival. Microbes found in this extreme environment can metabolize methane and carbon monoxide, just as scientists theorize potential life forms on Mars would do. This groundbreaking discovery offers valuable clues about how life might exist on other planets. Number 7. The mysterious egg of the age of dinosaurs. In 2011, a discovery shook the paleontology world. It looked like a crumpled soccer ball buried in the ice, but it was much more. A giant egg with a soft shell, larger than any other ever found on the planet. At over 28 centimeters long, this fossil tells an incredible story of when Antarctica was a very different place. The craziest thing is to think about the size of the animal that laid this egg. Probably a giant lizard or snake that lived side by side with the dinosaurs. It's like finding a giant's footprint and realizing that there's a lot more history buried in the ice than you imagined. Number 6. The cryocronite holes. In the middle of the Antarctic ice, there are some really strange holes that look like they were created by aliens, but they are one of the coolest things that nature has invented. They are called cryocronite holes. Imagine perfect cylinders dug into the ice, as if someone had used a giant drill. But the most incredible thing is that inside these holes there is a real party of microscopic life. It is like a gated community for microbes, with everything they need to live happily. Liquid water, nutrients, and natural protection against the extreme cold. In the winter, a cover of ice closes everything, and the residents have a kind of private party until summer arrives. Number 5. The Secret River. It may seem unreal, but underneath all that Antarctic ice there's a giant river running wild. It's like a frozen Amazon, almost 460 kilometers long. To give you an idea of the size of this discovery, this underground river collects meltwater from an area the size of France and Germany combined. Scientists discovered this wonder using radar that penetrates the ice, like a turbocharged X-ray. And isn't it true that this crazy river is changing everything we thought we knew about Antarctica? It's as if we've discovered a giant natural plumbing system beneath the coldest continent in the world. Number 4. The secret valley of the subglacial lakes. An interconnected system of subglacial lakes has been discovered beneath the ice sheet, forming a complex aquatic network that defies scientific understanding. The largest of these, Lake Vostok, has contained liquid water for millions of years, isolated from the outside world. Recent analyses have revealed that these lakes are home to a unique biodiversity, with organisms that have evolved extraordinary adaptations to survive in extreme conditions. Water samples collected contain microorganisms with DNA unlike any known life form on Earth, suggesting that they evolved completely independently in this isolated environment. Number 3. The impossible skulls. In 2014, a discovery shook even the most skeptical scientists. 3 skulls found in Antarctica didn't match anything we'd ever seen before. That's not bullshit. These skulls are so different that they make a normal human skull look like something from another planet. Just imagine the researchers' faces when they saw that these heads were much larger and more elongated than normal. The craziest thing is that some scientists think this could be evidence of an ancient civilization that modified the shape of babies' heads, just like some tribes did. But there are others who swear it's the work of aliens. And the mystery only increases when we think, how did these heads end up in the coldest place on the planet? Number 2. The Doomsday Glacier. There's a glacier in West Antarctica that's been given the unflattering nickname Doomsday Glacier. And that's no exaggeration. This giant mass of ice is melting faster than a popsicle in the summer. And that's a big problem. Since 1980, this glacier has lost so much ice that it could fill 1 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. What's worse is that it's not just melting from above. Hot water is eating away at it from below too, like ice cream being attacked from all sides. If this glacier decides to melt for good, it won't be a good time. Sea levels could rise so high that many coastal cities will need life rafts. Number 1. The Centennial Cake. Of all the crazy discoveries in Antarctica, this one is the tastiest. In a corner of the oldest building on the continent, researchers found a fruitcake that was over 100 years old. And wouldn't you know it, the little thing was preserved? The cake was made by Huntley and Palmers, a famous British company, and ended up there during Robert Falcon Scott's expedition between 1910 and 1913. The craziest thing is that it was still wrapped in its original paper and stored in a tin. The extreme cold of Antarctica turned this sweet treat into a real, edible fossil. Since you like drone discovery content, what would your reaction be if you learned that a drone discovered something shocking in the Grand Canyon? I'm going to recommend this video to you right now, as it's showing up on your screen, so click on it now to watch it. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.